Hello, this is a important announcement. This is something important that we all have to think about, especially us older ones, okay? Because I look around and I see all this stuff that I have accumulated over the years. And it's not a lot, but it's important to me. It's basically I have a lot of books and a lot of DVDs and that's pretty much it. And my clothes and my kids is older. Mostly everybody in my family are not really avid readers. What is going to happen to all this stuff that I have accumulated once I uh, be called to my special place? Okay, we all have to realize that. We all have to think about that. Um, it's it's going to happen. As far as we know, there's nobody yet. We don't know anybody that lives forever. Um, so, and do we have anyone that would use what we have, or not just store it away, but give it to someone that could use it? And my legacy, do we have a legacy to live, to leave? Are we going to be an ancestor that our children, our family can account, can um, appreciate? Do we have insurance? Because it's really sad that a lot of people have to ask for money, which is fine because, and I don't know why we're still using graveyards. That is land that could be utilized. That is something that you have to go by and look. I'm telling you, the most ghost, ghostly thing I saw was when I went past that military graveyard and saw all those white um, grave um, what you call them, markers. That was ghastly. And I know they've been doing that for centuries. But you know what? Do you ever think about where those graves going to be in the next, excuse me, 1,000 years? Gone, just like the ones that's gone that was here 2,000 years ago. They're nowhere to be found. Why do we keep doing that? Well, that's society. That's learned behavior. Um, but do we have insurance? Do we have a means to an end? Are we preparing our family for our departure? I know a lot of people don't want to talk about it, but we have to. And do you know that your children, if you start paying for their insurance when they are babies, by the time they get 25, they won't even have to pay for insurance no more? And they will have enough money to borrow from it if they need it. We need to start thinking about our children's future. Okay? Because most of our parents didn't think about our future. Okay? It was like you on your own, buddy. Because a lot of our parents, my age parents, they really was concerned about themselves because that's how they grew up. A lot of our parents grew up poor, and when they started making money, that's all they cared about was making money, living lavishly, and and all that. They didn't really care about us and our future or the grandkids' future. Education was not important. So we need to start focusing on our kids, getting good education, being great parents, great grandparents, because it's not their fault that they are inheriting a world that really hates us. But we have to realize that we have to turn that hate into something better. It's time for us to turn the page on their interpretation of who we are and that stereotype. We need to stop being a stereotype. I can't stand looking at these movies that always have black people as criminals or something immoral or something that's just devious, always angry. And we are the nicest people really on the planet. But you don't see that. And another thing that I noticed that you never see commercials of black men with tools or advertising tools. I have yet to see a black man in a commercial that is advertising for some kind of tool, a saw or something like that. Now maybe one, uh, you know, I I don't see every commercial, so I'm just saying I've never seen one. And we need to get out of that stereotype role. We're going to have to start showing our children better. And it's a shame that my grandson saw this series of a black man as a detective. You don't see too many black men in roles like that as detectives, doctors, or lawyers or something like that. You don't see them in that role in the series or anything. And it was just a stereotype, typical uh, that they usually show. Black men and being angry and kind of ignorant. And well, see, that's what we have to do. We have to stop. We have to put our children first. Okay? As soon as they're born, even before they're born, they have to be cared for with tender love and care. They have to be educated. Soon as you know you're pregnant, you have to change everything you do and say. Because remember, they're going to be here longer than you. They are going to inherit this earth to take care of it. Stop letting them have to walk past trash and garbage and raggedy houses. They deserve good. They don't have to be rich to live good. That is the legacy that we want to leave our children. Because when they need us and we're not here, we want them to be able to think back on things that we taught them and things that we said to them and things that they seen we do. Let's treat our children like princes and and princesses, goddesses, because they're going to inherit this earth. They are going to be here longer than us. That is the plan. But we see that that's not really happening. So many of our young ones are leaving, and that's because we're not giving them the tools and the power to live for the future, to become leaders, to become doctors and lawyers and inventors, and have billion-dollar corporations, having offices downtown. So let us leave a legacy that would benefit not just our children, but the whole world. Thank you for listening, and you will have a wonderful, wonderful day.